What's up? Welcome back to Discover with Drina. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let's do that right now. I think you should. All right, so now tonight, look, I'm doing this right before I go to bed because I said I'm going to do this review. All right, yes, I fixed the camera. Sorry. All right, so we're going to talk about P Valley. And really, y'all, I think this was a filler, episode. But what great way to have a filler. I like the way they addressed a lot of stuff in this filler because this particular episode talked about Keyshawn, which is Mississippi, and how she ended up in the life that she was in. And sometimes, as women, we don't know how we find ourselves in domestic violence. I've been one of those women. I have been in multiple domestic violence situations. Yes, I have. And some of them were really bad. Like, really, really bad. Really bad. So I'm glad they addressed that. I do want to say if you are a person that's in a domestic violence situation, please call your local domestic violence phone number. There is a phone number for this because I wanted to give it out. I think it's a national number. The National Domestic Violence Hotline is 1-800-799-7233. And please do not stay because of children. Leave. Make yourself happier and your children happier. So getting back. I know that was serious, but we're going to get back and we're going to talk about it more. But this is episode 5 and it's called The White Knights. White Knights. A great metaphor for Keyshawn's husband. He supposed to been a white knight, I guess. Well, it opens up in Atlanta. They in ATL ho, ATL ho, ATL ho, and y'all just fucked over Birmingham like that. For real, y'all did. But that's okay. I give Birmingham all the props that they deserve. So come back and refilm again in the city of Birmingham, and let's go to the playhouse, or let's go to the palace. Yeah, come back to the ham. So they open up in Atlanta. I love the fact that Uncle Clifford is the narrator. I love his narrator voice. And he's telling how Mississippi is coming through Atlanta. She's stripping. Rome has got her this new lace. Well, he got a little lace front deal for her. And so he got the wigs laid out. And she chose that blonde wig, y'all. When I say Mississippi put on that blonde wig, we thought she was Cinderella. Because this is the way it looked the whole episode. She was Cinderella in a Cinderella situation. He did tell her baby daddy that they're going to extend the tour. So she was ready at first, but then I guess she fine because Rome talked to her. And then it's kind of strange how Rome got the boyfriend to agree. But anyway, back in the club, Murder rolling up, getting drinks for Blue Guap, from Blue Guap, the record label. And Murder and Big T getting in some type of debate because he not performing at the strip club. Which means, Wody, what you been doing? Wody, we got a lot to talk about this episode because Wody did a lot. Um, let's see. Big T was hype as hell when he seen Jocelyn because Jocelyn did come out floating in the air, just dropping money, baby, dropping money, and he got hype. So she came out and did her little dance, baby. I don't know what the hell Jocelyn doing, but I just see she just a booty shaker dancer. She not a pole dancer, she a booty shaker dancer. And she introduced Mississippi, and Mississippi came out looking like a ballerina, just floating on that pole, baby, moving around. When I say y'all got y'all stripper skills, I finna say scribble. Y'all got y'all stripper skills up this season. Because I don't know who the trainer was this season. So Mississippi was Cinderella, and they was about to tell her story and how she ended up with this white boy at such a young age in this abusive situation. Now, it did show Mississippi. She was in high school. She was a cheerleader. We met her stepsisters. One of her stepsisters, the oldest one, was at the tryouts, and I guess she was this light-skinned, pretty girl that everybody liked. And Mississippi is this dark-skinned girl, which she is not dark. I don't understand. I guess they got to show the colorism that's within the race. So they showed that very well because it is a such thing as you're too dark and she's lighter within this race. They got colorism. So I assume like um Mississippi and her dad moved to Chunkalisa to be with her stepmom, and he seems like he's this big businessman. So I do want to let y'all know Keyshawn is not a poor backwood girl. Her dad has money. They live in a big mansion in Mississippi in the backwoods. So when y'all be riding around in the woods and y'all be like, ooh, that's a big old house. That's how Mississippi lives. She was not poor, y'all. She was just lesser than because she was a black girl from Mississippi and he was a white boy from Mississippi. So she at the house on a Friday night doing her stepsister hair. The daddy is out of town. The mama don't even like her. She tell her she can be a cosmetologist while her daughters go play in the cello and all this high society stuff, but you want this girl to be, not saying a cosmetologist is a low class or anything. It's just the fact you don't this girl don't even want to be there. Do you even know this man child while you with him? And it don't seem like he with you. It's just the weirdest. I can tell the type of relation. He found a woman that looked good on his shoulder. Now he done bought her home with her two daughters, and they done took over the house. And Poe Keyshawn, she just left in the background with no daddy, no mother. I don't even. They didn't even really say what happened to her mother. If y'all find out, cause I didn't hear anything about Keyshawn's mom, so maybe she was distressed from this lady taking her husband, or this man leaving her husband, leaving her for this man. So I just didn't like the fact that she degraded her. And you supposed to be a stepmom. So Felicia is the older sister. I forgot the youngest sister name, but all of them got long hair, light skinned, and all this type of stuff. They at school eating lunch and they talking about this dance. Keyshawn is looking at the white dude, Derek. And the white girl was looking at Derek too, but she was like, she don't really like him. And I think the white girl is Gidget, which is Keyshawn's best friend from high school. But anyway, she did have a rough day being a cheerleader, and I guess he went to take her to cheer her up at this little cafe because it was raining. She want to get her hair wet, so he took her to the cafe. Guess who the waitress? Pastor Woodbine, looking like Hooker Hawk. Oh, okay. But I ain't gonna lie, Pastor Woodbine was looking cute with that wig on, girl. So they eating fries, and he telling her, that he would have took, Pastor Woodbine told him he better pay for this date, and then she was like, I don't even know this a date, and he was like, it's not a date. I would have took you to these places, and the places that he named were mostly places of white people, and Keyshawn knows she wouldn't fit in. But anyway, I know a lot during this episode they did a lot of flashing back and flashing forward, and doing it flashing back, they were showing how Keyshawn lived in a nice home. Her dad was not there. She was being raised by a nasty stepmother. And then she fell in love with this so-called knight in shining armor that saved her during the cheerleader trials, because they talked about her being dark-skinned, and he took up for her. He took her out to eat and all this type of stuff. And he really liked her. But I think he just liked the mystery of her in the beginning. So then they flash to the future where she giving out autographs and Jocelyn come in. Uncle Clifford referred to Jocelyn as her fairy godmother because I guess Keyshawn wanted some type of pat on the back or somebody to show her that she cared, and also like a mother figure, and Jocelyn did that for her that night, I guess, because she was also giving homage to all the old strippers that used to be in the club. Now, then we flash back at the Mississippi Mansion, because I call it the Mississippi Mansion. Keyshawn house is a nice house, baby. And the fairy god sisters, they getting dressed, and Keyshawn standing there, she eating cereal. She not interested. The daddy is taking pictures. He tells Keyshawn to take pictures of them like they one big happy family. He still leaves her out. But then in the process of her taking pictures, he touching up all on the stepdaughter. So this girl is looking at her dad touch out on the stepdaughter like he possibly could probably been having sex or was trying to have sex with her. So he know it's a lot. She know it's a lot going on in her house. But then all of a sudden the doorbell rings and here come Derek. Now Derek then bought her a dress, a pretty blue dress, the Cinderella again. Baby, she went up there and got that hair done, put on them Spanx, and put on that dress and that blue fur coat and the slippers, y'all. They even had the slippers to match this storyline. So when she went to this dance with Derek, she went to because they did say it was a difference between this dance. You had the white people dance and then you had the black people dance. And they showed the difference between how Keyshawn was experiencing this dance, like they had champagne. Then at the black people dance, they had red cups. Then you had this former dancing, and then at the black people dance, they over here pop, pop, pop that thing, pop that coochie, yeah, And then I'm just like, I like the way they showed the difference between the cultures. Like, y'all want us to do this, but they do this over here. So I did like the fact that they showed the cultures. Keyshawn did have sex in the back of the car with Derek. Yeah. He also explained before that happened that his mom was at the dance. You could tell she didn't want him to be there with her because he wanted to kiss her, and mama stopped it. But they ended up having sex in the back of the car. Now, in her future, they go back to the future. And Keyshawn falls through in her future life. She laying on a pile of money because she had made all this money. Big T quiet. Keyshawn gave Woody a look. And, y'all, this look, is these niggas fucking? And he replied, I think these niggas fucking. And then I'm like, they do know their secret. Like, Woody and Keyshawn do know the secret of Murder and Uncle Clifford. But then they like, this nigga with Big T too? So, I'm like, oh my God. It's just the fact that they know, and it's about to get heavier. So, they flash back to, well, let's see. We don't want to forget when they talk about when Ron come through the door. He gave Murder a room key. He tell Teak that he a ungrateful nigga. He used to sleeping on prison cots. And Teak went to the hearse and Murder went behind him. Walt and Keyshawn are left alone. They both know what's going on with these two. But Walter did give Keyshawn a compliment, telling her, not saying that he didn't like her hair, he just said he liked her being natural. That's what he liked about her. But then it flashes back to Keyshawn laying on the couch pregnant. She telling, I think Derek came in and gave her some secondhand clothes or whatever, and Keyshawn didn't like the clothes. And y'all gotta remember, Keyshawn is used to having finer things. She's one of them girls who used to have a finer things. Just so happened she ended up in a club stripping to take care of her children because the daddy wasn't able to do it, but he still want to be with her. Okay. And he still want to beat this girl. But this was the first time he put her hands on her, and he put his hands on her when she was pregnant, 8 months pregnant, and he sitting up there telling her that he fell for a backwoods gold digging asshole. His mama told him. He even said this nigga should have. He said he shouldn't have dipped his dick in the likes of her. Keyshawn, me and this white Derek would have been over with. Because I would have been with Black Diamond. Okay? Me and this fucking white Derek would have been out the door. Especially if I would have flashed back how this nigga choked me out when I'm 8 months pregnant after I told him, you the one who been working at the Walgreens every day to take care of y'all. Because he can't get no job. And he still ain't got no goddamn job. Girl, you should have stayed with Diamond. What the fuck was you thinking? Diamond is fine and he work. And he intuitive. He was looking after you and your children. Okay, I understand. Been there, done it. I've been there. Okay. So, in flash forwards, Ron bring a bag of money to tell her to get ready so they can go over Jocelyn. And I was kind of found that strange. Why the hell y'all going all the way to Corners to go to Jocelyn's house? Y'all just perform at the club. He told her that the wig deal did not go through. It was some issues on the back end. He tried to promote a stripper here. She was not interested in it. She even spoke numbers on it. Because that's how I know Keyshawn is smarter than the average bear, because she spoke in numbers about products. So really, she don't need Ron. She need to get her mind straight and get that distraction out of her life, which is Derek. Get fucking Derek out the way. So he turns around and he had her try on the heel. She tries on the heel. Then all of a sudden, this motherfucker, y'all, some type of way, I guess when she was looking at herself in the mirror, because she looked real cute with that outfit on, this nigga road bust open. I knew this fuck nigga was gonna try some. Like, you can't do business with fuck niggas. You could see it on his face. It's almost like he had a pimp look on his face. Like, I did all this for you, so you got to do this for me. Rome. So, he showed that he had evidence of Big T and Rome. I ain't gonna say he did. He showed that he had evidence of murder being gay. I don't know what was on the video. They didn't show us what was on the video. But something was on that video showing what he said. That nigga ain't gangster. That nigga gay. And so I was like, oh my goodness, this gonna be fucked up. And then you try to take the girl pussy. Really? Really wrong? So she flashed back at her dad and her stepmom. She ran, because this is when she had got choked out, because she flashing back. She ran back to her dad's house. Her oldest stepsister sitting on the steps while her stepmama answered the door and tell her, you know, shit happens in relationship. No, but I don't need you around my children just because she pregnant now. Are you serious? This my dad. I would have told, girl, this my dad's house. Get the fuck out the way. You can't tell me I can't come to my dad's house. You know, lost your goddamn mind. So she tell her she can't come in, have her around her daughters. So it flashes back. She knocking. She remember she had to get away from Rome, y'all, and she ran from Rome. And Wody answered the door. He see her titty hanging out and tells her that Rome tried to fuck her. She felt stupid for trusting him. He know that murder is gay. He got a video. She stated she wanted to go home. So while narrating, Clifford said something so important right now. While we got this, the mama who asked the daddy to come get one of the children some food, he ended up getting one child some food. We got situations where we got Roe versus Wade. I mean, all this is going on, and how perfect is it for Uncle Clifford to say, where are good fathers when you need them? Where are the men that love and protect you? Do they only live in the future? Do they even exist? I'm gonna read that again. Cause when y'all sit and talk about that McDonald's shit, how are we supposed to have villages and y'all sitting up arguing about what child is mine and what you do for your child? I'm gonna read this again. Cause this go both ways. But this particular time in this episode, in this time right now we in, where are the good fathers when you need them? I got a father. He ain't always protective, but I friend his ass too. Where are all the good fathers when you need them? Where are the men that love and protect you? Y'all want us to have these babies, but y'all don't protect us. You don't even protect the children that's yours and not yours. You only protect children if you fucking a mama. I love that they address this because Keyshawn is in an abusive relationship. Where is her protector? So once again, they flash back and Derek apologized for choking her out 8 months pregnant with all these beautiful flowers, and then they made it seem like she was in this Cinderella, I'm sorry, forever, happily ever after moment because all these flowers, and then he on his knees begging her for forgiveness. See that fake shit? That fake shit get you fucked up all the time. Realistic, let's be real. So now you flash forward, she's at home, she walking in from off the tour. Derek is feeding the baby. She kisses the baby. He makes her a plate. She tells him that Ron worked it out where she could come home early. The schedule had changed, and then she noticed that her baby is doing a lot of crying. Take him to the doctor. He got bruises and a dislocated shoulder because Derek been putting his hands on a child because he frustrated. Just like his daddy did him. Just like he do his old lady, his pregnant woman, which is Keyshawn. He do the same to her. So, he tried to beat her ass again this time. He wanted to burn her in the face and all this. I just can't believe. Now we're going to get a Keyshawn to change. Because now you have to change. This man is putting his hands on your children, on one of your children. He is a danger to you and your children. And you're just realizing it now. So the next scene shows Walter walking through wrong room, and it's looking like a porn hotel spot, and everybody look like they licking, sticking, fucking, and sucking. And he tells Ron he need to know the details about the next show. Walter gave him some booger sugars, some sugar for them buzz, and he told Walter to hit it first because he knew it was some up with the sugar. So, Walter hit it, but he skipped the line. He's so smart. This motherfucker skipped the line because he sit up there and watch him break that shit up and seeing how he put it on the goddamn table. So, he did snort a little bit. It was just a little bit, but he didn't do too much. Then Ron, he saw like, okay, yeah. He like, yeah, it's okay. So, yeah, he snorted a couple lines. This motherfucker started saying he feeling lightheaded. Walter over there talking about he'll say a couple of words at his funeral. Walter even told him death ain't pretty. Then asked him how he wanted to be buried. And I'm going to say this, y'all. Walter is a silent killer. Walter killed this nigga so silently and so smooth. I just need to know what other kind of role this nigga gonna play in these scenes, because it's almost like he should have been on Power with that move and he put fentanyl in the powder. And that's another thing that's heavy on the street. A lot of people are dying because fentanyl is in this cocaine. I love the fact they hitting on every single thing. Like this domestic violence, I'm so happy. Our domestic violence situation in the city of Birmingham has been awful. Like we just had a man who killed another woman. Yes, we just had another man who killed another woman. We are in the month of July. And it has been so many domestic violence situations for a long time. So please, y'all, if you need shelter, go seek it. If you need help, ask for it. It's okay. Don't be embarrassed. It's a lot of women who have been in domestic violence. I am one of them, and I talk to my daughters all the time about it. You have to watch the reactions of these people. If it don't feel right, it ain't right. So remove yourself. All right, y'all, like, comment, subscribe. I love that I have a lot of people coming to see my channel. I'm going to do better about putting up stuff. Please give me more encouragement. Because right now I'm going to do another video about being an elder and a parent and making sure you acknowledge and being accountable, being the person that you are. So that'll be next. But I had to do my episode 5 because this keeping me on task and not procrastinating. So thank you for joining and listening to Discover with Drina. And if y'all want some more topics, hit me up. Hit me up. Join the page. Subscribe. Thank you. And y'all have a good one. We need each other, y'all. We do.